I would like to share how specific this program is. It gives you immediate steps to take. It tells you exactly what to do, and it sort of fills in that gap from not knowing where to go or what to do. It sort of fills that in and says, these are the steps you take, and they're very easy steps to take, and they're immediate steps to take.
I have to say, too, we had a few people advise us to go another route, that they didn't think this was a good idea, but we're really glad that we came upon Mort's program, and it's been successful for us.
Our relationship was down to, before we did this program, we were basically operating a family, and we were so busy, and I know a lot of people use that phrase, I'm so busy today, but what happens in a marriage when you're so busy is we take the attitude of divide and conquer. And so on our weekends when we did have time that we could spend together, instead we were, you go do this while I do this. And this doesn't just happen over a couple of months, but over years and years. What happens is you become roommates instead of having a relationship, and that's what was going on with us. And until I think it got to the point where we don't know each other anymore, and we don't know about each other, and we didn't want to wait until our children moved out to figure that out again, because I know some people do discover each other again after their children move away from home, but we didn't want to wait that long, so we needed to find something that would bring us back together.
Yeah, we really did. We just lived in the same house, but we really didn't have a relationship anymore. And anything that we did have was more of habit, not true feelings.
I think I was feeling at a loss. I was feeling despair, and I was feeling neglected. I think I used that word a lot.
That's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
We both kind of felt the same things, too. Mm-hmm. We felt the same things, and we responded to things, in the same negative ways toward each other, I would say, and
but we didn't know how to fix it either. We didn't know. We knew that it needed fixing, but we didn't know how to fix it.
Well, I think we always looked to blame the other person too. It was not my fault; it was your fault for what happened, and really, we had to both of us turn and look at ourselves. It just gave us a guide. It gave us steps to take to start. Okay, start here and do this.
I think, too, that after starting the program, we saw immediate change. Immediate. The first week, there was change already in our marriage and in our relationship. And as the weeks went by and we added new pieces each week, it became sort of like a foundation. Each step that we took was like another brick that was sort of making a foundation for our relationship, and having such a strong foundation, then we can build even more wonderful things. And I think we've gone even further than I even imagined that we would, and our marriage has grown not only to where I wanted it to be, but beyond that. And I think there's still more beyond that we're going to just keep going. Now I think our marriage is phenomenal. I think our marriage is based on relationship and a connection with each other. And that's the key piece, is having a connection with each other. Now our marriage has openness, and we're more comfortable being with each other. We're sharing our connection with our family, and I think our marriage is very strong now.
We're also talking to each other about feelings and each other, rather than just who's going to do what on this day and what needs to be taken care of. Now we're taking the time for more things of meaningful goals and things we aspire for, and different personal things.
We very highly recommend the program. And why is because I think it fits every situation that people describe to me. And it's very flexible in that it covers every person. And I think building the relationship and making a connection with somebody is missing from so many people's lives. So we highly recommend it, and we very much would tell anybody that it works and that you'll see immediate results and that anybody can learn from this no matter what the situation.
It is, yeah. And what I like too is the way Mort goes through the program. You not only go over steps, but you, how do I say it, re-go over them, and you review them, and you, a lot of times we'll pick up like, okay, yeah, I heard that before, but he brought it up again, and I realized I kind of slipped back. I stopped doing that, and now I am reminded again to continue on. And it's something I think we'll probably go through with the CDs and just listen to them when we have spare time, just to see. I think there's always going to be room for improvement. And
the other thing about the program is, as far as it does build relationship, but also the program, the physical program itself, having a workbook included, having a book, having something to listen to, and also the teleconferences, all of those pieces help each kind of learner. So if you prefer to read, you have the book. If you prefer to listen, you have the CDs. If you prefer the workbook, I really enjoy the workbook because I like to write about things. So it sort of fits everybody's learning style as well.
I think we both tried counseling. I not so much, but attempted it, and spoke with counselors, and it seems to move so slow. They want to start with background and information that really never gets to deal with what the problem is, or what you can do about it. And so I've started counseling and then just let it go because it didn't seem to be what I wanted.
I think also traditional counseling that I've tried, and I've seen several different counselors, they tend to want to push you towards divorce, and that's not where I wanted to go, and so it never did work out. So after so many years of trying that, it was very refreshing to try something new. And I knew as soon as we saw on the internet the description of this program, I knew this is it. This is exactly what we need. This is where we need to go. It was so clear that there was a big difference between traditional counseling and sitting in somebody's office griping and moving towards a positive in a positive direction.
Well, and some of the ideas too, the philosophies that Mort describes, we already had in our mind and that we believed in, but we didn't know how to implement them, into our relationship. We both knew, yeah, that's what we'd like, but didn't know how exactly to implement it.
I think Marriage Fitness works because it moves you in a positive direction. It doesn't let you wallow in your problems, basically. And I think it works because it builds your relationship, and that's the core of your marriage, is your relationship.
Once we got it, and right away started reading it and listening to the CDs, that it all made sense. It's right from the beginning, it makes sense.
Mort is gifted, and he's brilliant, and he's got a insight into people that not very many people have, and I think it's been wonderful. It's been an honor to do this program and have that help and be able to tap into that. It's been great.
I'd like to meet him someday. He seems like a really nice guy.
His advice is exactly what you need. His advice is hits the nail on the head. It is exactly what you need. It's and it moves you exactly in the right direction and is very specific about what to do and how to do it. His advice works every time. It worked. Every single part of it worked. There wasn't anything that we discarded. We used every bit of the information.
Thank you. Thank you. We're really happy that we came across it, and we definitely recommend it.
I would say the same. I would say thank you. It's been a wonderful, refreshing way to improve our marriage, and I'm so glad we did it.